My photos didn't improve by chance. After training these 5 habits for over 2 years, I finally closed the gap between the image I wanted and the image I got. Practice is king, but these habits train the right muscles to strengthen your eye over time. I'm going to assume you're not drowning in L-series lenses, filters, or top-end full-frame bodies, and that's a great thing. Knowing the limits of your gear is the first habit to taking better images. You don't want to push your camera to its absolute max every time. You want to understand where 80 to 90% lives, and only push beyond it intentionally. So go shoot a few sessions where you intentionally underexpose. Try to save the image in post. You'll quickly learn how much noise your camera produces and where it breaks. This also applies to your lenses. Creative restraints force creative solutions, and our gear is a core part of that process. So know your baseline. It'll become instinct later on. When lighting conditions change or you have to improvise, you know how far you can go. Better glass absolutely improves capability, I won't lie to you, but without understanding your gear's limits, that upgrade is kind of wasted. When skill and limitation line up, your images start to transcend the gear, and that feeling is addictive. Scarcity forces intention. If you're shooting digital, you should still borrow the mindset of film. There is a place for spray and pray, but not as a default. I'm a concert photographer. My lighting, subject, and environment are constantly changing, but even then, if I see a moment I like, I'll wait. I'll hunt. Work done in a frantic state is almost never your best work, and relying on quantity to find kernels of quality might work, but it doesn't sharpen your craft. You might get fewer photos at first, and that's fine. Over time, your intention becomes faster. Another reason not to overshoot is mental fatigue. I genuinely believe the best time to cull is the same day or night you shoot. Your eye is fresh. After a concert, I'll have anywhere between 200 to 500 photos. I usually cut that down to around 20 to 30. Being ruthless means I can give more energy to each image, not less energy to many. I don't apply blanket LUTs or copy-paste edits. That's just my process. Yours can be different, but fewer images does equal to deeper focus, and deeper focus always leads to better work. This is about direction, not subtraction. Framing, focal length, distance, all of these exist to answer one question. What is this image about? I believe an image succeeds when the viewer can identify one clear story immediately. Our eyes are easily distracted, and your job is to make sure the viewer does as little work as possible to fall into the image. I can usually tell as soon as I've taken the photo. I get really excited just waiting to edit it. For me, this means knowing the size of the frame I want to deliver my photo in. I'm always open to surprises, but it does focus my shooting process. I'm chasing one key moment with every photo, whatever it might be. In post, start with the crop tool. It's more than just an aspect ratio selector. It's your second chance to make sure the frame tells the story you want. This is a different habit, and it takes the longest in my opinion. It's about removing the distractions to help emphasize what the story is. It could be a color that doesn't belong, a poorly cast shadow, but really, it's up to your unique perspective for what this image does need and doesn't need. I learned this from cinematographer Jamie Mady. His obsession with removing distractions completely changed how I see my images. Decide what matters first, and then remove everything that competes with it. Do as much of this during the shoot, and then do even more in post. Be ruthless with your images. Silence is powerful when it's intentional. When you incorporate these habits long term, your photography becomes more focused, because your process is more focused. More intentional images come from intentional systems. If this helped, subscribe to follow the journey, and comment so I can see what you're working on.